Hi, guys. All right. Let me just bring up the chat here. Okay. Hope you all are ready for this. Yes, you better be ready because it's happening right now. All right. So it didn't start exactly at 6. I'm unsubscribing. I had a slight audio issue and a lighting issue. And right now I've turned on all the lights. The dining room light's on, the living room light's on, the light back there is on, and it's crazy. Just because you just couldn't see my face. But yeah. And it takes a moment for the live stream to start too. So what I wanted to talk about is you guys may have noticed this channel's been kind of dead for the last, I don't even know how many months. I lost count. I do have some filmed vlog content that I haven't had time to edit. I am still gonna upload it though. I think I'm gonna start with the Anime Expo footage. I'm hoping to have that out within the next month. I'm gonna wait until after midterms to start editing that. But this channel is gonna get a little bit more active. I'm able to edit things from my phone, which is nice. I edited a vlog a while back. The Best Buy one, where I replaced my hard drive and my HDMI cable, that was completely edited on my iPhone. I was literally filming clips and it's just like, okay, drop that in iMovie, film the next one, drop that in iMovie, transition, transition, title, title, done. So I'm gonna try and do a few more things like that. I need to find a good filming location. Actually, the only reason I'm able to use this location right now is because people are kind of not here right now and nothing's going on. So I can just sit here and be as loud as I want. So that's why the couch is a thing. This is not going to be a regular thing. I just figured it was a nice place for today because it was available. But yeah, I just need to find a place to film more vlogs, and you're going to see me talking to the camera a lot between now and like next year. But yeah, I'm going to start editing some of the stuff I already have filmed to start with, including the behind the scenes for Sick and Tired, which is terribly, terribly overdue. I released that song in May? That needs to happen. Especially since Jared was nice enough to like take out one of his really nice cameras and do a nice clip of me actually like singing along to it in front of the microphone. Just like one of those behind the scenes. This is me recording, even though it's not really recording. It's just me kind of just jamming out to the music. But yeah, the idea is it's supposed to be like, yeah, this is how it was recorded. But so yeah, I'd actually like to know what you guys would like to see for upcoming content, things you'd like to see me talk about, because it's easy enough to set up my phone with a tripod, find a good background, and just talk for like 15, 20 minutes about whatever. I just want to know what you guys would like to see on this channel. This is kind of my everything channel, like games. Games are a little bit harder since I don't really have a lot of time, but vlogs, what kind of things you'd like to see me talk about in vlogs. If you'd like to see like a peek into my daily life kind of thing, that's a little bit hard since it can get boring. Right now my daily life is wake up, go hard on music for like 4 hours, maybe go to class if I have a class that day, which is not really interesting. It's just me climbing stairs and sitting in a lecture for an hour. But yeah. Ooh, food's a good one. I haven't been cooking a lot lately, but I'd love to like, because our friend group wants to do food club more and make like recipes and things. So that might be an option if we get back into that. Yeah, so I'm hoping to do a lot more content on this channel. You're in a food fight. What is your weapon of choice? I'd either go for mashed potatoes with something I can catapult it with, or blueberries and one of those bubble tea straws, because then you can just stuff the blueberry and be like, I'm a projectile person. If you remember, I sent you a list of ideas for content. Let me add to that list real quick. If you can actually resend me that list, that would be great, because I don't remember where I put it. But yeah, hi Marcus. Nice to see you on the second channel here. Sup dog? Yeah. Pineapple is the correct answer. I could see that working. Also, rubber bands and blueberries work too. But if you really want something that's deadly, walnuts and rubber bands. But yeah. So I guess that's pretty much it for upcoming content. I want to see what you guys would like to see on this channel. I'm going to be doing more live streams. I forgot to mention this. For live streams, I plan on doing at least one of these a month, and then probably a second over on Instagram. My Instagram is at Terra St. Michael Music. So basically my name, no spaces, no dot, and the word music. It's the only account I can't have at Terra St. Michael on, unfortunately, but it works. So yeah, I'll be doing a live stream on there too. Probably starting, I want to say November, because October is going to be insane for me. I'll try to do one on this channel though. Let me just catch up with some questions here. What covers are you planning to make? That is actually classified information that patrons have access to right now. And there's a big giant post on there available to $1 and up that basically outlines the next 2 months of content or so, because things may get moved around a bit, but that's overall what I'm working on. I'm going to spoil that the next one is going to be from an anime about 2 girls who happen to be stepsisters, and the anime happens to share a certain word for a specific kind of fruit, if that's any hint. But yeah. That's all I'm saying. I'm not going to give away the song title. You have to guess that for yourself. But yeah. You gotta become a Neon member for that. You need to become a Crystal Celestara for that. Because yeah, that's paid content. Pretty much you find out like when it goes live or when I say something on Twitter. Unless you're a patron, and in that case you get to know a little bit early what I'm working on, so. That was a pretty obvious giveaway. Hey, for all you know, it could be like a full version of a certain song we worked on together, but maybe not, maybe so, maybe not. You can probably guess, because, yeah. All I know is that it's a cover that I'm associating a lot with the word banana right now. Again, become a patron if you want to see that, because I am going to be recording that. I don't know why it makes me laugh so much, but it does. With more kick drums. Can we meet in person again sometime? I have no idea. I'm hoping to come to Anime Expo again. Hoping. Keyword is hoping there, because I don't even know if I'm going to have the money for that. It's like, what, $2,000-$3,000 when you add together everything, and the dollar's still really, really bad right now. Yeah. everything is in American dollars, and when you convert it to Canadian, it can add like sometimes an extra couple $100 when you start getting into the thousands. I can't speak today. Into the thousands. But yeah. It's expensive to travel for conventions in general. I just noticed the comment, maybe you can come to Con Bravo. I would love to go to conventions, but budgets. Like, even Animethon in Edmonton right now, based on what I heard from last year, it's a lot more expensive to go. So I may not even end up going to that, just because you have to get an actual hotel now instead of the dorm space that they rented out before. And that's a lot more expensive. Yeah, I live in Canada, Saskatchewan, actually. It's the sort of trapezoidal-shaped province on the map. It's right in the middle of Canada. So yeah, it's a long flight. Basically, it was like here to Vancouver, and then I came in through Burbank. So that's like 3 flights. Here to Vancouver, Vancouver to San Francisco, and then down into LA. So yeah, I'd like to go to all the conventions. It's just time, money, and I can't go to anything during the semester because I'd probably not get a very, very nice grade if I skipped out in the middle of October or the middle of January or something to go take off for a weekend and go to a convention and miss like, what, 2-3 days classes, depending on when the convention's happening. It's just, yeah, if you guys invite me, or get me invited rather, then I'd be able to come, assuming that like they're paying for accommodations and stuff. Because some conventions will, some conventions won't. If there's enough demand, sometimes conventions will be like, yeah, we'll justify the cost of this because it's bringing people here. But yeah, so if you want to see me at a convention, ask the convention about it. And you can forward my email, booking@terrastmichael.com, which is on my website, to them, and we'll see what happens. Yeah, that'd be so cool. Honestly, it's kind of a dream of mine to be invited to the same convention as somebody I follow or somebody I want to reach out to and talk to and get to know a little bit more. Just because it's so much easier to connect with people in person than it is to like just randomly flail out on the internet like, hi! I want to know you. It depends on the event and the guest in question. Yeah, make lots of noise. Let them know you want me. But you're okay. I don't actually have a fiance. I never said I was getting married. Not once did I say I was getting married. So, yeah. I'm actually going to avoid questions about relationships because that's kind of like my private part of my life right now. And I don't really want to share. So, yeah. I wish I was getting married. You ever get those like points in your life where it's just like you see your friends like moving on with their lives, growing up, getting married, and you're just like, I'm kind of back here and I haven't changed much in the last 5 years. And they're just like starting families and being adults, and yeah, it's just weird. And you're just like, I kind of want that, but at the same time, it's like, no. I don't think I could imagine that happening right now. How old am I? I'm actually 25 years old. I look really young for my age. Actually, I don't think I've changed a lot since high school. Actually, I have a picture on here somewhere. If you go back through my Instagram feed, you'll see me like from 3-4 years ago, and I looked a little bit different, but not much. Let me find a picture from like high school though, because that was 7 years ago. Wow. Where is it? Yeah, that's one of my high school grad pictures. I hope you guys can see that. I can't see it on the preview yet. I'm just waiting for it. Oh yeah, it's super like whatever. You can't see my face, dear gosh. Here, I'll back it off a bit. I guess you can kind of see that. Nope. Stupid lighting. Actually, I wonder if I turn it down. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna work. Can we talk more on Facebook? I'm actually not on Facebook a lot. I'm on Twitter more. I usually get really busy, so I'll just like go for hours, and I'll like open up Discord or something, and I'll be like, "Oh hey, I have messages. Hello." Yeah. You know what? I'll post it on the Discord if you're on the Discord. But yeah, basically the face hasn't changed at all, I swear. It's just the hair. I look like I've just dyed my hair, that's it. So let me just see if I missed any questions. I don't think so. Yeah. I'm actually surprised by the lighting I have right now on the stream. Because literally every bulb here is, okay, those aren't, I think those are LEDs. But yeah, those are definitely incandescent. That's an LED, but they're not daylight bulbs like what I usually use for filming. So it's like really yellow light, but it doesn't look like it on the camera. So I don't even know how that works, but I am pleasantly surprised with it. Yeah, I mostly use Discord now. I used to use Skype a lot, but then everybody migrated away from Skype, and it's just like, what's Skype now? But yeah, will you do Riku's theme? I have considered it. I don't have the time right now to do it, because I've got a full upload schedule, but I might look at it next year. I've been considering doing another Kingdom Hearts album. I just don't know how I go about that. If I did do another Kingdom Hearts album, I'd probably put a lot more originals on there, just because it's easier to do. I don't know, maybe I'll do Riku's theme as a single. And then the sequel to The Light and the Darkness can be like an album of all inspired originals, which would be really cool. So any more Patreon merches? You mean like merchandise as a Patreon reward? I'm a huge fan of daylight lighting. I'm just gonna answer this first. I'm not really changing much with merchandise on Patreon. The buttons will still be available and stuff when the revamp happens, or I keep calling it a revamp. It's mostly a makeover. I'm just like refacing my Patreon and saying, hey, this is a thing, and I've changed some things. But yeah, it's mostly just like the tier names and a few extra rewards here and there, a few rewards that are changing, as in I'm getting rid of some things or I'm revising some things to make it easier. But yeah, merch is pretty much staying the same. I'm actually going to be looking at moving my merch to my network if it's possible. Because Spreadshirt right now is kind of a pain in the butt. And I'd like to be able to order things in bulk for conventions and stuff. Or when Patreon starts getting more people, if I get more people at like the $100 tier where the shirt's available, I can be like, oh, hey, there's like 3 patrons here. I can order like a bunch of shirts for the next convention and then just sign 3 of those and send them on their way. But yeah, I'm a huge fan on daylight lighting. Yes, daylight lighting is amazing. I use it for my videos. It's just a really, really white light. I just said white light. Now I have the song in my mind. Okay, ignore that. But yeah, it's just a really white light, and on camera, colors tend to come out a little bit better with it, and I really love it. I used to use incandescent lighting, and that was a nightmare. I remember back when I filmed Tsubasa, I think it was, I was just dying for hours in my filming area, like, oh my gosh, this is so hot. I need a break. I'm surprised you can't see like the beads of sweat falling down my makeup. Yeah, May of last year was the last time I was on Skype. You say you might do Kingdom Hearts. 3 comes out next year, seems about good. Yeah, actually for the new opening, I'm gonna be waiting until January to work on it. Just because don't think twice, we don't have the full version of the English out yet. I've got enough to start it, but I'm gonna be waiting until December to work on that. That way I can record Kai first. And it should be the same instrumental for both. So I'm thinking I can just get the one instrumental, record the complete Japanese version, and then fill in the parts that we know for the English, and then just finish it off when the full version comes out when the game's released. That way I can get both out around the end of January. So, what will happen if your Terror St. Michael channel gets demonetized? I'm not really sure. I'd have to talk about that with my network because they're managing everything money related with that. I receive payments from them and things like that. So I'd have to talk about my network with it. I don't think it's really going to change in terms of the content I'm making. I'll still upload to YouTube if I get demonetized. I just won't be able to make any money off of the channel. So I'd be more dependent on things like Patreon, sales, streaming my music with Spotify. But yeah, I'll still continue to make content, definitely, just because I can put it on Spotify. I can put it on different mediums to be able to generate the revenue. And most of my revenue comes from song sales anyway. So ad revenue is not really all that much, so. Hi Joe, I'm sneaking to watch the live stream. Oh. You're very, very sneaky. Shame on you. No, not shame on you. But yeah. Will you give out singing tutorials for future tier goals? That's something I could consider doing. I mean, I'm mostly self-taught for vocals, so I don't know how much help I'd be with singing tutorials. it's kind of just been like figure things out. For those of you who are on my Patreon, you can kind of see that with the most recent blooper I posted. Because it was just like, I don't know my voice. How do you do this? I'm failing hardcore. But yeah. So I don't know how much help I'd be because I'm kind of still figuring things out myself. But yeah. I could consider that. Definitely. Would have been here sooner, but my internet was being slow. Hey, welcome to the stream, Rhythmic Justice. And I just got a new subscriber. Cool. Yay. Thank you. Will you be doing Boku no Hero endings in the future? If you're referring to like ones that I haven't covered yet of what's already released, I do kind of want to go back and do those. But again, time. In terms of what's to come, if there's more openings, endings, I will definitely check them out and see if it's something I want to cover. Judging by what the music's been like so far, it will probably be something I want to cover, so yeah. I definitely plan on doing more My Hero stuff, though. What was your reaction to Aqua getting Norded? Something like, no. That was bad acting, but it was just like shock. Like, oh god, is this really happening? I would be interested in food content on the second channel as I suck at cooking. Don't worry, me and my friends suck at cooking too. Although I kind of make it work sometimes. But yeah. There's a reason my friend Steve on one of our Discord servers is, what is it, the Master of Failed Curry? Let me double check that. Yep, Master of Failed Curry. Yeah, his latest curry creation was not a failure, though. It's actually quite good. I need to make some. But yeah. Keep those questions coming. I'm actually going to grab a bottle of water because I am getting really thirsty. Okay. I'm back. Do you keep your ideals alive? Yes, yes, I do. I keep my ideals full of life in my heart. Love and dreams is dangerous, but I'm gonna say the prize is worth the risk. That's honestly one of my favorite covers to date. Because I spent so much time on it, just trying to make sure the mix was as good as I could get it, and that it sounded the way I wanted it to. And I spent so much time working on my voice, because those high notes are really, really hard to belt out. I haven't worked that part of my range in a long, long time, and I've never worked it with like super powerful vocals before. So yeah, I've been working on that since May. I've been working my range up to there, just going up the scale until pretty much my voice breaks out of the belt and shifts to high voice, or head voice, sorry. And then I'll come back down, and then I'll work back up, and then I'll do it again another day, and then watch like as my range just goes up the semitone until it's just like, oh hey, I can hit this E flat like instead of But yeah. Any other anime you're watching? Currently, still watching My Hero Academia, Cells at Work, Attack on Titan. I want to watch Sword Art Online Alicization when it comes out. And actually, I'm going back and watching the dub of an anime I started a while back. It's actually quite amusing. It's the one is just like, what is it called again? I can't remember the title. I can never remember the title to it. And You Thought There Was Never a Girl Online. The title and everything about it is totally stupid, but it's amusing in that stupid way. Just, I love it. I don't know why I love it, but I love it. That training really came in handy at AX, especially with Trealoom. Actually, to be honest, the notes that I was using with Trealoom were a completely different voice. That's a voice I haven't used since I was like maybe 13. I have not gone that high with just like, that's bringing in like classical singing. Because I used to take voice lessons for a very, very, very short period of time when I was a kid. And I was working on like conservatory stuff, which is basically just like classical music and some very, very technical stuff. Like I'd be reading sheet music and singing the notes and working with a voice teacher. I'd be singing in French, Italian, whatever. And it's just like they teach you to sing a certain way. And it's just like, this is wrong. This is right. This is the way you do it. And right now with pretty much everything on my channel, I'm breaking all of those rules. But that's what you have to do for popular music, because in classical music, it's just like belting doesn't exist. If you're a soprano, you never go below a middle C. You never do this, you never do that. You have to sing this way. It's just like, imagine a grapefruit in your throat, and that's the space that needs to be there. And it's just like, open your mouth as you get higher. All the things you learned in choir, if you've ever been in choir. And that's like the voice I was using for that. Because then you get that kind of tone instead of like what I use on my channel. But yeah, like there's a really, it's really different. Like if I were to take Azalea, for instance, which is like a really belty song, it's just like, undiscovered roads are ours to find. Versus if you were doing that with classical music, it would be like, undiscovered roads are ours to find. I was a little bit sharp up there, but I'm not used to doing that song in that style. But with Calafina, it is closer to that classical style, especially on the soprano lines, where you want it just like, Mito Cristo kind of thing going on. So that's the kind of voice I was using for that, whereas Odd Future is more belted. It's like, dreaming, reverse your thoughts. Yeah, I'm not warmed up. I shouldn't be doing this. But, yeah. I didn't think I was going to be singing this stream. Yay! Okay. Scale of 1 to 10. How much do you like Kingdom Hearts? I would give that an 11. Ever since I got into the series when I was, what, 11? I think it was? I got in, like, 2003, right before Chain of Memories came out, I think. No, maybe 2004. It was one of the two. It was sometime around then. I was maybe 11, 12 years old. But yeah, ever since then, it's just been like, I am in love with the storyline. I am in love with these characters. If this was like a real thing, I would just live there constantly. Just build me a house on the Destiny Islands. Thank you. Or actually, Radiant Garden would be nice too. Or if you count Kingdom Hearts 2 as well, Twilight Town wouldn't be a bad option either. I'd probably spend every evening eating ice cream on the tower. But yeah, just build me a house somewhere in that universe. I will move there in a heartbeat. Physical original albums in the future. I want to. I really, really want to. I'm thinking I might start with an EP, make it a Patreon goal. Actually, I've updated my goals, so it should be on there. What I want to do is I want to go back into the studio, excuse me, do some more songs like what I did with Sick and Tired, work with a producer, record in studio. I'm losing my voice here. Hang on. I shouldn't clear my throat like that. But yeah, I want to go into a studio, record in studio, work with a producer, just get this really, really polished song and do like 5 of those. Put them on an EP, make physical copies, do like a whole release thing, maybe a release party here in Regina, which would be really, really cool. Just like book a venue and be like, hey, my EP is out. Listen to me sing all the songs live. I'd live stream it if I did that, by the way. But yeah, I really want to do that. And if we get there on Patreon, I will be making that a reward tier. I'll be adding it to one of the existing tiers. Because if you guys help me create something like that, you guys should get back from that too. So I'd absolutely love to be able to share a physical copy with people at a certain tier on there, because my patrons would have helped make that possible. Let's see, I'm a little bit behind here. Mother Rosario. Oh, hey, we're talking about SAO now. Cool. I will spoil, I am doing the opening and ending for the new season. I just need to get the TV size version because I only have half the TV size version for each from the trailer. So I need somebody who can work on those and get them done. Like the moment the thing comes out on the 6th, I think it is. Yeah, I think it premieres on the 6th. I've said this on several occasions, but I still say I would have had a massive heart attack if y'all had done Heavenly Blue during the karaoke contest. Yeah, because we were doing that for a course battle, I think. And then I couldn't record because I got sick. Besides Kingdom Hearts, what other games do you like? I am a fan of Zelda. I need to go back and play Breath of the Wild, but time is a thing that I don't have. I'm usually a fan of like most RPG games with a really good story. Also, games like Harvest Moon are nice too. I've been playing some Stardew Valley in my spare time lately. I should actually stream that at some point. Overwatch is pretty cool too. I don't play a lot of like games like that, but Overwatch is pretty cool. Last 10 minutes was worth breaking the rules here. What did I miss? Breaking the rules. Oh, I see. At work. So long as it doesn't impede your ability to work, and so long as you don't get caught, I think it's probably okay. But yeah. That would be a pretty place to live. Yes, Kingdom Hearts. The scenery is so beautiful. I can't wait until Kingdom Hearts 3, because with Unreal Engine and all the new textures and graphics and all the extra polygons and everything, it's just going to look amazing. You have the processing power to make an already beautiful world even more beautiful. And it's just, whoa. Yeah. That's awesome. Offense or defense? I play a bit of both, honestly. I like offense because I get to blow things up, but defense is nice too because it just means I don't get hurt as much. I'm better at like protecting myself if I do get hit. Hi, Anne. I'm in the lounge doing theater course homework right now. That is the best kind of homework, theater. I've taken a few theater classes at my university, and honestly, what I have learned from those has been super beneficial, even to music, because singing is basically just acting to a melody. You've got like technical aspects of the voice to pay attention to and like textures in your voice, but overall, like what's under that is a layer of acting. And like what you're going to pick for textures in your voice, like if you're going to belt out something or if you're going to add more breath, those kinds of choices come down to like the content and the character and basically the story you're telling. So theater classes, best thing I've ever done. I haven't taken a lot, but what I did learn has just taken me to the next level. I'm excited to cry when KH3 comes out. Same. I have been waiting so long. It is insane to think that I don't even think I was even in high school yet when I started anticipating KH3. I wasn't even a voice actor yet when I started anticipating KH3. It's just like KH3 needs to happen. And then I got into voice acting and music and the internet thing. I didn't even have a YouTube account when I was just like, KH3. So it's insane how much time it's been. You look like Taylor Swift. Thank you. I will take that as a very, very nice compliment. Yes, people seem to screech loudly at universities. For those who don't know what I'm talking about, see my last live stream, which was on my main channel. It's just like I tried to pick the quietest place possible, but then people kind of came up there, and I'm just like, dude, I'm trying to live stream. Ugh. Did you see Sora versus Aqua in the Realm of Darkness? I have not seen that, I don't think. Actually, I've been a little bit behind on the Kingdom Hearts scene, surprisingly enough, because I've been super busy. I just found out about Kingdom Hearts VR. They better not include flow motion in that. Yeah. That would just be like, can you imagine flow motion in VR? You'd be sick after like the first couple of seconds. Intense video game induced vertigo. Oh my gosh. Are you going to do a Kingdom Hearts 3 playthrough? I want to. I'm a little bit hesitant after what happened with 2.8 because when I tried to live stream that with the PS4 live streaming feature, it cut out the entire end. And I understand that they don't want spoilers. They don't want people giving away the game like the moment it happens. But yeah, I'm just afraid that there's going to be like a whole bunch of spots in Kingdom Hearts 3 that are like that, and then I won't be able to live stream it properly. I can try, but also I don't own a capture card. So if parts do get cut out, I can't really do much. How I got around it last time was actually this webcam pointed at my TV, which is not as great quality, honestly. So I'm hesitant to do that. Again, I'd love to do the capture card thing, but yeah. It's just complicated. And then I kind of agree with the spoiler thing too, because it's just like if there's spoilers in there, I don't want to be like, hey, if you're watching this and you don't want spoilers, I'm sorry. Slow motion. No, I said flow motion. Flow motion is the mechanic where it's just like, if you've ever played a Kingdom Hearts game where it's like you press a button and then you like zoom to the pole, swing around it a few times, slide up the ramp kind of thing. It's basically high-speed parkour. And that would be insane from a first-person perspective. You'd be sick. But yeah. No worries if you're running out of questions. There's only like 15 minutes left of the stream anyway, and I'll find something to talk about. Favorite type of amusement park ride? Ooh. I like anything that's like really fast. And actually, one of my favorites was actually the one nobody wanted to go on with me. I think it was the Ring of Fire one. It's the one I posted on Instagram that looks like a loop in a roller coaster. Basically, you've got this car and it'll just swing back and forth until it eventually goes over the top a few times. And actually, it looks much worse than it is. Like, there's the feeling of being upside down, but that's cooler than it sounds. Like, you still feel secure. You still feel safe. You're just upside down. Like, I've been on roller coasters that have been worse than that, trust me. Admin chat, that's cool! I will take a look at that. I will save that somewhere. Might want to buy a capture card for your computer. Some run pretty cheap nowadays. Yeah, I know the standard definition ones run pretty cheap. I've got one because my Elgato broke, which was also standard definition. It was the one with the 3 RCA jacks and the S-Video. So I got like a $16 replacement off Amazon for that so I could stream Harvest Moon. It's just HD capture cards are like $200 now, sometimes even more. And I just can't afford that right now just for games. If I was using it for something else, particularly music related or for school or something, I could justify the cost and say, you know what, this is something I'm going to need. But just for games, it's just like, how often am I going to use this? I'm probably never going to make the money back on it because I can't really monetize my game streams. I'm not making any revenue from like other things. Most of my revenue comes from music, which is unrelated. So it's just hard to justify, and I don't have the money out of pocket right now. I don't have money for Kingdom Hearts VR, but I'm prepaying for Kingdom Hearts 3. I need to pre-order Kingdom Hearts 3 too. I'm probably not going to have money for Kingdom Hearts VR. Based on what I've seen, I think I'll probably wait on that, see if it goes down in price. And then... Actually, I don't have the VR headset either, so I'm probably just going to wait until like the next generation of gaming and then be like, okay, I'm going to do this now that everything's on sale. But yeah. I want to try and save up for a Switch before I do any of that, so. So it's like the jet scream in Wonderland. I guess? I don't know. It's just those high-speed ones where it's just like you see the little bolt of light as the character moves. That's flow motion. Kill Mary, kill Sora, Cloud Link. What? Okay. Will you play other games like Super Smash Brothers? I haven't played Super Smash Brothers in a while. The latest version I have is actually the 3DS version. And I have, like, nobody to play with. And I can't really stream the 3DS version. So... yeah, if I got a Switch, I could probably do something with that. But again, I need the capture card, so... Ah, there's just so much money just rolling through my brain thinking about this. Don't forget Animal Crossing. I'll play that with you. I still have my 3DS copy. I need to find mine, actually. Again, time. I'm willing to bet my 3DS is just still sitting somewhere with Fire Emblem Birthright in it. So. Does anybody know what a capture card looks like? Basically, it's usually a little box with an HDMI port on it, and then a little cable with USB or something. And you plug it into your computer and plug the other end into your HDMI from the PS4, Switch, whatever you're recording. And it comes with software that is able to record what's coming into the card. They're a lot more expensive than the standard definition ones because the standard definition ones are basically an analog signal. So all you're doing is putting a cheap converter in there that says, take this image that's coming in through the RCA jacks and digitize it. The HDMI one has quite a bit more to worry about in there. It's completely digital. It needs to like decode the information and put it in something the software is capable of seeing. So okay, I'm gonna share a couple of ideas for second channel content from the list here. What I do when I'm sick and burnout. Yeah, I wanted to do a burnout vlog. I might do that maybe closer to finals. Because I feel like a lot of people are going to be burnt out, and it's just like, hey, this is relatable. Preferred musical instrument. You may include one you already use. I haven't really thought about this at all. I've been playing piano since I was 5, but actually probably before then. I just don't remember. I like the ocarina. Maybe the ocarina. Just because it's something I kind of picked up on my own and just played with. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that one. I have an ocarina somewhere around here. I just don't know where. Giving rocks to rocks. This is why I want to stream Stardew Valley. Because it's basically the same thing, except with sprite characters. And you've got, like, different things going on, because it's not part of the Harvest Moon series, but at the same time, it's the same kind of concept. So I feel like it would be streaming a Harvest Moon game, but not a Harvest Moon game. Bonus points for usage of Sick and Tired in the Burnout vlog. I should just, like, loop the instrumental behind all the dialogue. Damn, I fell off the Stardew Valley bandwagon. I got into the game late, so. It's really fun, though. I was playing it on the plane to LA. So. Turns out the laptop I'm on right now is actually really good at holding a charge while playing simple video games. So I didn't really need to charge it at all, but I was able to play a good 2 hours of Stardew Valley. When is your birthday? April 14th. So next one's in 2019, 4th month. It is. We need to play that together. Yeah, I need to set up multiplayer on mine. Yeah. Name one famous person on YouTube you really want to meet at a con if given the chance. Ooh, this is interesting. This is also kind of hard for me because over the past 2 years, I've just grown increasingly comfortable with just like people. So I'm the kind of person who can like go to a concert or something, sit in the autograph line, and when it comes my turn to be like get stuff signed or take a picture, I can just be like, "Hi, how's it going?" Meanwhile, people behind me are like, "Oh my god, it's you!" So I don't think I'd freak out all that much. And I don't think like I can't decide who I'd want to meet. Because if I met somebody, it would just be like, "Oh, hey, this is cool." Like they're just another person to me at this point. I'm past the fangirl stage. All right. Yeah. Oh yeah, I did get to meet Amanda at Anime Expo. I almost forgot about that. You see what I mean? It's just like normal now. I'm not starstruck. It's not as memorable an experience. It's just like, hi, cool. Um, yeah. Let's see. Would you rather be stuck for 9 to 12 hours in class but you don't have homework, or 4 or 5 hours in class but with homework? I'd take the 9 to 12 hours because that's pretty much what I miss the most about high school. The fact that you could just work on stuff in class. That you'd be in school pretty much from like 8:30 in the morning to 3 or 3:30 in the afternoon. And I guess you still had homework for that, but it was the kind of homework that if you were really on top of things, it's just like you'd be given time in class to do it. You could do it during homeroom. You could do it during lunch if you were that dedicated. But I kind of miss that because in college, it's just like you go to class, you don't get time to work on anything. You actually have to manage your time and be like, I have an assignment due Thursday. I should probably look at that. But you feel like you have more time, which, ugh, it's just, no. Because you feel like you have more time, you're less likely to like say, oh, hey, I need to get this done because you just feel like you have that time free and you don't. Uh, so I miss that about high school, just how structured it was. Yeah, that's not a good thing. Matter of fact, that's what's getting me into trouble on my channel right now because everything's last minute at this point. I've been trying to get ahead for so long and I've been failing at it because I've been getting sick. I've been winding up putting things off because I'm stressed. So, like, often what'll happen is the cover will be done like a day before, if not the day of the upload. And I can't do that anymore because licensing takes time. You're a few years older than my sister Nicole. That's cool. That's really cool. What's one of your favorite song covers you have done? Right now, Odd Future. Second favorite, 1,000 Words, because it's the first cover I both mixed and mastered. Because I didn't know what mastering was until like May 2016. I was just mixing covers, unaware that there was this entire other thing that you could do to like make it sound more professional and even out things and polish it. So like all my covers were like under volume. They didn't match up with like professional things out there. If I were to like open up Audacity and drop something I got off of iTunes next to one of my covers, you'd see this block for the professional thing, and then you'd see a bunch of little peaks and valleys for mine. And what mastering does is your limiter on that will actually bring the volume up without clipping it. So you're not going to get distortion, but you will get A nice warmth, and B, everything will seem louder even though it can't like go over the 0 decibel threshold, which is really nice. And you're compressing everything together, which smooths it out too. So if you've got some parts that sounded weird in the mix, like obviously you want your mix to be as polished as possible, but if you've got some parts of that mix that are like, they don't blend as well, if you know what I mean, the compressor will help kind of pull everything together. It acts like glue. So when I discovered mastering, it was just like, whew. And then I mastered 1,000 words and I'm like, yes. So that's always going to be one of my favorites because of that, just because it's something I didn't think I was capable of at the time. And then I did it and it's like, oh my gosh, I built this from like, obviously I use the official instrumental, but I built this from like vocals to making it sound like that. So, I disagree. It's still memorable getting to meet people you look up to or are friends with online. Yes, it's still memorable. Like, I met a whole bunch of people at AX, and I really miss them because it was cool getting to hang out with them. And we talk online, but it's not the same. But yeah, it's not like as memorable where it's just like you go to a concert and you meet like your idol, and it's just like, oh my God, such and such kissed my hand. They signed my butt. That's not something that would be that crazy of a memory to me anymore. It's just like seeing a long lost friend or finally seeing somebody after being away from them for a long time. So there's also been random neighbors antics. Tree pruning when you want to do a mix. Yes, random dog barking. I don't know if you can hear it, but there is like car noises happening. There you go. There you go. I have a really sensitive microphone. It'll just pick those up. I don't really care if it's for something like a chorus battle where you're never going to notice it anyway. But when I'm selling something on iTunes, I want as clean a take as possible. Because even though the music will cover things up, it's better to have that clean take, because when you start adding effects and compressing things, it's just going to sound a lot better. You're not going to bring all these noises up to where you might be able to hear them. So I always go for as clean a take as possible. If I can avoid getting little tiny snippets of a dog barking, I will. Because then I can also, which reminds me, actually, with the new Patreon tiers, I am going to be providing acapellas at one of them. It will be a little bit higher than the current download tier. I think it's $10, maybe 20. I can't remember. But yeah, so with acapellas, if I'm providing those, I want it to be as clean as possible. Because when you take the music out, you're gonna hear everything. Yeah. Yeah, I end up with delays because of that kind of thing. It's like if I can't book the whisper room at the library, delays. If I can't find time to record that's quiet, delays. Like last night I couldn't really do anything because my family was kind of looking for things because they have an event that they're going to tonight. So it's just like find the purse, find this, find that. And I couldn't really record while they're doing that because you'd hear like rummaging through things and talking and things in the background, and that really doesn't contribute to recording. Were you born in 1995 or 1994? 1993, actually. I just turned 25 in April. So, oh, you don't hear the car noises? Huh. I wonder, does this have like a filter or something? Because it might be doing that. Let's see. Maybe. Okay, yeah, nothing's moving. I think it's gating my voice or something. Yeah, I can hear the car noises. If I was on my condenser mic, I'd definitely be picking them up. Yeah, it's really faint. But yeah, my Neumann mic will pick that up a lot more. Why the bottom specifically? I don't know. It was the first thing that popped into my mind. Sign my butt! But yeah. Hmm. 93 when I was 7. Oh, wow. Yeah, I was 7 in like 2001-ish, I think. Around then. I think that's the case. No, I was 8 in 2001. I lied. Well, actually, technically, for the first part of 2001, I would have been 7. So, not entirely inaccurate, but. Sign my butt. Yeah, nobody's signing anybody's butt. I actually probably wouldn't even sign anybody's butt because that would be kind of weird for me. Somebody asked me to sign their butt, I'd be like, you have anything else I could sign maybe? This is a little awkward. Besides, your butt won't last as long as something else, so yeah. 6 months older than me. Okay. Yeah, that's kind of cool. I should probably actually kill this live stream soon because I have a lot of recording to do tonight. I'm not gonna spoil everything, but I know like these are some anticipated covers. So I'm gonna spoil one since everybody keeps asking for it on my main channel. I am gonna be working on Bad Apple, possibly partially tonight and a little bit tomorrow. Actually, right before the live stream, my instrumentalist sent me like a preview, so I need to go over that again. And yeah, I listened to part of it briefly, but I had to go start the live stream, so yeah. I'm just gonna look at the chat here. Yeah, that is another issue with signing butts. A lot goes on down there, and it's not pretty. Yeah. Oh, yeah, creep. She's like, Irish, sign my butt. Yeah, inside jokes are fun. I don't expect you guys to understand that. But yeah. So yeah, I guess for the end of the stream, I am just going to just recap real quickly on upcoming content. If you guys want to give some suggestions as to what you'd like to see on this channel, feel free to message me on Discord or drop it somewhere on my server with a tag. Or you can DM me on Twitter, tweet, Facebook message. I'll take into consideration like anything that you guys want to see for the channel, and I'll jot down like my favorites, and I'll see what I'm capable of doing here. I think I mentioned this on the stream on Tuesday, but this channel is kind of like a side project. It's not the main show. My main channel, youtube.com/TerraSt. Michael, is always going to be the main event. That's the one I'm going to be putting the most time and energy into. And this is kind of like if I want to do something fun and upload it, or if I want to talk about something and I feel like I have the time to really just sit down and make a video for you guys. So That, and there's always quality posting. Yeah, I'm not saying that word on stream, but you get the idea. Can we be friends, please? I've been asking you so many times, and I still haven't gotten a response 3 streams ago. Yeah, I guess we can be friends, sort of. It's hard to keep track of, like, so many people, and I'm super, super busy. So even, like, friends who knew me before I really started putting a lot of effort into YouTube and doing this, sometimes I don't see them for weeks at a time. Sometimes I don't talk to them a lot. And yeah, that's just my life now because it gets so busy. And as this channel grows, like, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to pay as much attention to each of you individually. So, yeah, that's the unfortunate part. I guess this channel, my main channel, whatever's going on there, as those grow, it's just like, it's going to be insane. I'll try, but it's just hard to give your attention to, like, so many people. And yeah, I guess you guys are kind of like the original people too. So I'm always going to remember you. You're always going to be somewhere in my mind. Whereas it'll be easier to forget, like, people who just came in randomly. And it's just like, oh, hi. What was your name again? I think I saw you last week. So yeah, you guys are kind of like the foundation of my channel. And it's going to be harder to keep up with as my channel grows, but I will definitely try. Yeah, Bad Apple is going to be a thing. That song is so dark. I finished lyrics last night for it, and it's just insane. I don't even know how I'm going to do this. If we collapse, everyone else comes down with us. I guess. Yeah, you guys are kind of like my super fans. You guys are like the original people. Like, everything else is built on top of that. There are bad apples in this world. I don't like them. Bad apples are definitely not a good thing. Look at poor Snow White. And then, actually, speaking of bad apples, a couple of weeks ago, I tried biting into an apple because we have a couple of apple trees in our backyard. And there was, like, an actual worm in it. Like, no. No. When did you come up with Tall Tales of Memoria? It actually wasn't my project. It was I can't talk. It was Project Trinity. So yeah, Jonathan came up with the concept album, asked me to be on the album as part of the collabs, and I kind of just, like, received stuff. Received instrumentals, lyric sheets, guides, and recorded my parts for them and watched the project come together. So, like, I really didn't do much there except sing. It wasn't my idea, so I can't take credit for that. I still count them as original songs, though, because an original song, by definition, is a song that you are part of the first release of officially. You see, like, a cover, somebody else has done it, somebody else has released it commercially. It already exists, and then you're getting to it. It doesn't matter who wrote the song, but if you are the original version, the original person who sings on it, it is technically an original song under your artist name. So I still count those as original songs because even though I'm not the one who wrote them, I am one of the original artists on the track. So they count under, like, umbrella my originals, even though, like, the song itself isn't mine. But yeah. Was Tall Tales of Memoria going to be a series on television? Since I'm on this, I'll go back to the other questions in a second. But no, it wasn't. It was meant to be a concept album. So from the get-go, it was written as basically a storyline designed to be put into the format it's in, the concept album. So while there is acting, while there is a storyline to it, it wasn't meant to be really a series as much as it was a story told through music. I'll just go back here. I'm okay with being forgotten for the trade-off of you going big. I wouldn't forget you. Matter of fact, I've grown to like know so many names through this, especially with some of my patrons. I'm probably never going to forget some of the names there just because it's a smaller community, and it's just like when you have only like 25 people in, you get to know them a lot better. So like even with where it stands right now, I have like 6,000 some subscribers on my main channel, and I don't know all 6,000 people. The people who stand out to me are the people who are most active on the channel, who take the time to actually interact with me in the comments on Discord, and especially the people who pledge on Patreon, because I end up seeing a lot of them. It's a very, very small group. It's like a small friend group almost. You just get really close to people and you learn a lot about them through the Patreon chat, through just being in that small group. Phoenix Night View 2. To be honest, I don't remember a lot about you. I'm pretty sure if you were to like bring up something that I would have seen, I might remember it. But I'm sorry. Yeah. Let's go back here. Any Disney covers in the future? I do have something planned. It's something that I've actually had in the works for over a year now, and I still haven't gotten to. So hopefully I can work on that soon. But I'm not going to spoil what it is. It'll make it easier for you to create content as a win, in my opinion. Yeah, definitely. Having more support would definitely really, really help. Whether that's through more patrons, more people streaming my music, just it's a really good thing. I'd be able to make more music, better quality music, all kinds of things. So, a favorite animal? Owl, second being cat. Favorite pet? I'd probably go for cat or rabbit. Yeah, I don't use Spotify. Aw. Too bad I'm broke AF and can't pledge since all the money goes to paying off the debt. That's fine, honestly. There's other ways to support me other than Patreon. Patreon's kind of like that extra. It's like if you have the means to do this, like you can, and then the reward tiers are just like a thank you. Where you get to interact with me more and receive rewards as a thank you for helping me do what I do. Try to find it on Amazon. Yeah, it should be on Amazon. I manage the distribution for Tall Tales of Memoria. And I distributed it through Sounddrop and then managed splits with everybody who was involved on it. Because Project Trinity didn't actually do the distribution on that. He basically said, yeah, you guys can distribute it if you want and just split everything evenly. So I ended up managing the distribution on that one. Okay. Yeah, I think I remember you. Yeah. Yeah, I seem to recall that name. Yeah, cool. Yeah. It's hard when like people keep changing names and stuff. It's just like, who are you? Oh yeah. If you guys have ever been on Skype and people just change their names randomly, it's just like, who are you? Oh. It's like one of those moments. Tall Tales of Memorial was awesome. Fun fact, I got to discover some of the other artists on that album as well. I'm pledged to Christine Slagman, and she is in turn a fellow Crystal Celestara. Yes, she is, and she's cool. Hey Joe, hi there, Arthur. Are you ticklish? And if so, where is the most? I am ticklish. Pretty much everywhere. If you tickle attack me, I will probably scream. But yeah, please don't tickle attack me. That's a violation. Friends get to do that, like close friends, sometimes. But yeah. Have you been good with work lately? Favorite type of book genre? I don't know. I don't really have a lot of time to read anymore. So, got to leave the stream early right now, so if it ends, I'll see you all on the music stream on Saturday. See you! I will see you at the radio stream. How do you find musicians to help make covers? This one's a little bit complicated right now. What I used to do is some of my stuff, I'll find people on Fiverr, which is how I found the guy who did the instrumental to Odd Future and Dakara Hitori Janai. Yeah. Yeah, Sprague Music is a seller on Fiverr who does instrumentals. How long have you been playing the saxophone? That wasn't actually a real saxophone. It was a keyboard. Speaking of Odd Future, since I just mentioned that, I played it on the piano with it connected through MIDI to my laptop, put the instruments on saxophone, and then did a bunch of pitch bends to make it sound more like a saxophone. Yeah, I didn't even actually use a breath controller for that because everybody told me you need a breath controller because it adjusts a bunch of parameters in accordance to your breath as you play. I don't own a breath controller, so I just kind of used my ear to figure out what sounds right with that. But yeah, I'm gonna go back to the other question here. How do you find musicians to help you make covers? So yeah, some of them are from Fiverr, like Sprague Music, Pistos Fair. I can't pronounce that. Fernando, that's his username on Fiverr. I can't pronounce it for the life of me. I actually found out I've been spelling it wrong for the last 2 years. I forgot an S. Good going, Tara. But yeah, I actually fixed that on all the videos. I can't fix it in the video render because I'd have to re-upload, but I did fix it in the description. But yeah, the other way that I'm currently working with people right now is Burnt Toast Records has been kind enough to help me create a team, and I'm going to be working closely alongside them on some projects. And I have a team through there, so some of my covers are going to be in conjunction with Burnt Toast Records with that team. And a few of them have actually I've already started with this, like Sora ni Taiba, God Knows. God Knows was actually planned before the team, but the Ikanaide is actually on my team, so we kind of just put it in there. So yeah, I'm going to be doing a lot of stuff like that. A couple of my upcoming covers are managed through that team. So I'm just really excited about that because it allows me to make some better quality covers. And I'm also getting like a team that I can rely on, that I can bring songs to and be like, hey, does anybody want to work on this? Versus trying to hunt people down as I go. I'm still going to be working on some projects outside the team as well. But for a lot of like anime themed stuff, I'll be adding to the list for that team first to see if somebody wants to work on that with me. And if not, I can hunt people down or even bring somebody new into the team. So that's how I find instrumentalists. It's either hunt and see who's available and who's best suited for the job, or right now go through the team. I haven't made a music video in a long time for my channel, more focused, blah, 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 blah. What's your favorite foods? Pizza. I am a sucker for cheese, even though it messes with my voice really, really bad. And anything sweet, basically. Just gonna go down here. I'm gonna do a few more questions, and then I'm gonna cut this short because I'm 4% battery. Actually, I should probably plug that in. Any songs you want to cover but can't because of your vocal restrictions? There have actually been a few songs like this. Some of them I started like months ago, and I'm just getting to them now because I've worked on my voice for this. Odd Future was actually one of them. I spent 4 months working on that. So some of the stuff you're going to see coming up is just because I'm working on it now, because I haven't been able to really do it in the past. It's been something I've wanted to do, that I've tried to do, and I'm like, oh no. So I guess in a way you guys get to see my growth too with that. Are you more of a slipper or a barefoot person? I like barefoot, but if it's cold, I will definitely go for slippers. Jane actually gave me a cute pair of panda slippers at AX, and I wear them like all the time. The sax sounded real enough for me. Next thing we know, someone will dare you to recreate the sax line from... Oh, no. No. Worst part is I'd probably actually do it for the laugh if I had the time. Hunt people down. Plug in. Yeah, I need to plug in. Be right back. My charger is literally across the room. But the cord's not long enough, so I have to move it. I'm gonna try not to unplug the camera while I do this. Okay. We have power. That's good. Growing as a singer and an artist. Very nice. Yeah! But they have to be veggie pizzas. Not necessarily. I like shrimp on pizza. And I guess meatless pepperoni kind of still counts as veggie. But yeah. I can do seafood pizzas too. It doesn't have to be just veggie. Gotta love modern battery issues. Actually, this is insane that I've adapted to this so quickly, because my previous laptop would have been dead by now, like 20 minutes ago. And I just realized I've gone 20 minutes over when I plan to end this stream. The pepperoni's meat. There's a meatless pepperoni. Panago Pizza actually serves it here. And it's made of like basically soy, wheat gluten, a whole bunch of stuff. And then it's flavored like pepperoni. So the texture's a little bit weird, but it does kind of taste like pepperoni, to be honest. Actual pepperoni is meat, but the meatless pepperoni is like a combination of things designed to taste pepperoni-ish. So there's also like meatless chicken and stuff too. Actually, that was really great because I went to Yard House in LA when I was down there for Anime Expo, and they have an entire Gardein menu. For those who don't know, Gardein is a brand of meatless whatever. They do chicken, they do fishless fish sticks, beefless beef, and basically it's just imitations. But like their imitations are actually pretty good. Obviously with beef, I've learned you're never going to get the beef flavor there, but vegetarian. I like that word, vegetarian. But yeah, as I said, with beef, you're never going to get it really close. But chicken, I swear it tastes just like the real thing, especially if it's breaded. But yeah, I had like macaroni and cheese with chicken pieces in it, and they're like not even real chicken, it's the vegetarian version. So, really good stuff. And I like the fact that they have an entire section of the menu dedicated to that. That was just wow. You don't see that here. It's just not a thing. So, because you said you had hot dogs too. Yeah, there's a pretty much a substitute for absolutely everything. It's just going to taste a bit different. Like, most of the veggie burgers I have don't taste like real beef. They taste like sort of their own thing, but it's good. What was that? Oh, that was my mom's iPad. Yeah, veggie dogs. Actually, I don't like regular veggie dogs. You open the package and it smells too much like actual hot dogs for me. I will do veggie sausages though as hot dogs. I get like the tofurkey kind. I can't remember what it was. It was like tomato and basil or something. I'll just grill one of those and put it in a hot dog bun with some condiments. It's really good. Yeah. Like if you ever have veggie food, don't expect the flavors to be exactly like what they're kind of replacing, because that is not going to happen. Excuse me. But yeah, if you're kind of going in expecting something different, you're probably going to be okay with it. So now I'm getting hungry. I had a tuna sandwich for lunch while I was waiting for the bus. But yeah, it's getting closer to supper time, so. Huh. Yeah, I think I'm probably gonna end the stream here. Unless like you have like one more question or oh, there's another question. Cool. Have you ever tried spaghetti squash? I have not actually. I have smashed one though. If you go back like a year and a half-ish, maybe more, on my Instagram, you will see the poor spaghetti squash with a face that looks like a South Park Canadian. And you will see him fall to his icy, icy death. Rest in peace, spaghetti squash. Last veggie burger I ate, the patty disintegrated. That means they did not use a good enough binder. I'm gonna guess it was probably a black bean patty, and those tend to fall apart a lot easier. The vegetarian ones, you can use egg to bind it together, and then you need something like this really dry, like panko breadcrumbs or something, and you mix that in to make like a really thick dough, and then the egg binds it. I'm still trying to figure out how to get them to not fall apart myself, but yeah, you really need a binder with those, otherwise they'll fall completely apart. Usually veggie burgers are a lot softer than regular burgers, just because they're trying to get them moist, because if they're not moist, they'll just be terrible. But yeah. Actually, that's kind of what I like about veggie burgers. They're really soft and juicy and squishy. And it's like biting into something that's really, really fresh tasting. And I think that's what hooked me originally, because there used to be a place at my college that did veggie burgers. They closed down and replaced with a different grill place that doesn't have veggie burgers. Grr. But those hooked me on veggie burgers because they had like a really nice mushroom and rice based one that had little veggie pieces in there. And it's really good. Like, I got hooked on this thing, and this was back when I still ate meat. So I was going from like, I'd have a hot dog for lunch or a regular beef patty or something. And then the next day I'd go buy a veggie burger and I'd be like, I actually like this better. Any chance you would do the original songs in radio thing? I'm not sure what you mean by that, to be honest. Sorry, I shouldn't be clearing my throat like this, but for some reason, it's just like my throat doesn't like me today. I'm probably going to grab some tea after I end this. Wait a little bit and then try to go into recording when I'm feeling a bit better. I feel like I'd enjoy veggie burgers if they'd renamed them. Trying to rename it with carnivore foods makes vegetarian stuff unappealing to me. Yeah, I guess it's more of like a veggie patty sandwich. But yeah. Oh, when they put it on your local radio. I would love to do that again. If I can do the original EP thing that I talked about with the Patreon goal, I feel like that would be an option, especially if I do it with Jared over in Moose Jaw. If I have him produce my EP, it's totally possible I could get it on local radio because he has connections for that kind of thing. But also if I produce it, like I could produce some songs here in Regina too if I wanted to. And as long as like everything's super polished and stuff, I could probably get a couple of the songs on the radio, or even like talk to some people and be like, hey, is this something that you could actually put on the radio? Because that was a really cool experience and I'd love to do it again. But yeah, mostly I have like an idea of what I'd want for that, even though I don't have the songs written yet. So I kind of want to go in with that and try and make it the best possible thing creative-wise, not necessarily just saying, oh, well, this is what radio likes, so we're going to do it. With Sick and Tired, it was kind of both, because it was just like we had the idea of pitching it to radio, so it's just like, this is a good thing for that, that's a good thing for that. And then creatively, it was just like, I like this better. And then they were both pretty good for radio. But yeah, for an original EP, I'd probably want to be thinking more of it creatively, trying to put out the best product I can. And if it's suitable for radio, that's an added bonus. So yeah, I'll think about that more when I get into the stages of actually producing something like that. Mixing tips in the future goals. I could do that. I think people have toyed with the idea, because I had a Facebook group for a while. I kind of abandoned it. I should probably rename it if I plan to reboot it, which I don't know what I'm going to do with it right now, so I'm not going to do that. But people said they'd want to see like mixing tips and stuff, so I could probably do that as second channel content. And just, because there's going to be an early access tier on Patreon for second channel content, which will include behind the scenes videos for main channel content, and pretty much anything else on this channel. I don't know if I'm going to do it for the vlogs, but like for major stuff like behind the scenes, tutorials, anything like that. If I can get it out a week early, give it to Patreon first, schedule it for the next week after that. That's the idea. But yeah, I could definitely incorporate mixing tips into that. I do have like screen capture software where I can just like open up Reaper, open up Logic Pro 10 and be like, this is what I do, but here's options, blah, blah, blah. So that is definitely something I'll consider. Yeah, I'll write that down somewhere because that's a good one. Because a lot of my followers do tend to do some of their own stuff. Some of them are in the Utaite community. So mixing tips would actually be a really good thing. So anyway, I think I'm going to end the stream here. I went 40 minutes over what I'd intended, and I have an instrumental to go listen to and give some feedback on. So I will see you guys. I plan to do another one of these sometime in October. I will let you know when that's happening. And yeah, I will see you guys next stream, and I'll also see you guys at the radio stream on my main channel on Saturday. So, bye!